Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be an insanely exciting video. We are completely changing the game with the 4x4 lowrider build. Unfortunately, it will have no remnants of being a 4x4 anymore, as we are getting a two-wheel drive Florida parts truck. And I want to keep it as much as my first truck as possible. So basically, anything you see here besides the frame is pretty much all that's going to be left over. I am going to put this engine in the new truck. I mean, I'll describe you all my plans when she gets here, but we are trading this Yukon that I bought off my brother for the hard body. I got it a little cheaper than what the guy wanted for the hard body, so it all worked out very well, and we needed to get rid of this anyway. So yeah, super excited. There are a lot of valuable things though, so unfortunately I did waste a lot of time and money on this build. But over the last 3 video parts I made, it's still all kind of in the right direction of saving the truck. So the radiator support video will come out at some point. I don't know. Like I said, it could be part 7 when this is already on the new frame. Doesn't matter. But we've been cutting out all the rot and rust and really being able to evaluate, you know, what this truck needs. And it's kind of good we did, because obviously we have some pretty far gone frame rot, which is stuff I would have fixed. But being the two-wheel drive frame is from Florida, I'll be able to really lay the truck out like I want to. Like, this is the lowest I'll be. So even if I 4-link it, I'll be able to bring the rear down, but the front will never go to the ground. Look how high that is. And then look how low we are there. Like, it just isn't going to really work. Like, my plan was to Z in a two-wheel drive frame, but if I'm going to get the frame, I might as well just use the frame. The only bummer is I can't use things like the two-wheel drive drop spindles, but I'll be able to start using regular two-wheel drive tie rod ends instead of having to custom make my tie rod ends. I had to re-drill the spindle down with a tapered reamer to use the drop spindles. And one nice thing about this whole setup though is that arm sits so straight. It's so nice. On the two-wheel drives, they're always sitting up, so I use a 4x4 arm because they're longer. Whole shebang there. So actually I can use this arm. Lots of good parts. But yeah, wow, we got a lot of work cut out for ourselves. I'll actually be able to run shocks in the rear of the two-wheel drive as well. I mean, it literally doesn't end. There's so many parts I can use. It's awesome. So I am pretty excited to see what is going to come of the build. And we're just going to wait it out now for the new truck to pull in, and it'll be a multiple part series. And like I said, nothing I did already is a waste entirely in the video series you've been watching. So we do have to cut all the mounts and stuff off of this one, because I mean the metal mounts on the frame didn't matter, but now all the bolts are cut, so me and some pals can lift up the cab and put it on the new frame or whatever. I don't know how we're gonna do it yet. That new truck has also got a rotted inner fender on this side, and mine is actually okay on this side because of the battery tray on the other one. Battery must have let go, acid, I don't know, there was some corrosion. But this one needs to be replaced. There's a hole there. Half it's missing right here. So once I get that on, I'll be able to put the radiator support on. I mean, it's going to be really sick. And sorry that you guys watched 3 parts prior to this, and now I'm swapping up the whole idea. It was never a how-to either. It was watch me do it, learn from it, and learn from my mistakes, and don't do it yourselves, because it's just not a very practical project. I only did it because it was my first truck. Other than that, I'd probably not lower a 4x4 when there's a two-wheel drive given option, just to make life easier. But I'll see you guys when the truck gets here. Well, all right, guys, she is here. This is the new 91 Nissan D21 pickup that we are going to ruin. So there's a lot of dings and dents in the bed. That is a little bit of a downside, but the best part is it's rust-free. So we can have dents pulled, but I guess there's a little rot, but the bed sides are pretty good. That's, like, again, patchable, easy stuff. I'll just run a flat plate of metal. Everything else looks pretty solid. A lot of oil back here, so that helps. But you're pretty dirty. It's going to need some things. Random parts from who knows what. Hopefully the drive shaft's still good. I mean, we got a lot of work cut out for ourselves. There's duct tape on the center bearing, so I don't know. I got a lot to do, a lot to work on here. You know, obviously it's not perfect. And she's an old truck. I mean, the starter's hanging on the ground, all sorts of fun things, but none of that really matters right now. God, this is so cool. It sucks to destroy this truck, because this thing could be on the ground and driving around tonight. But, I've never seen what's going on with these corner lights. They probably just they looked aftermarket. They got some some circles back here. Yeah, they are. They're like LED. What? I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, they're LED corner lights. Too bad they got orange in them. And, man, yeah, lots of cool parts. I believe we have a friend coming to get the... I haven't never seen this truck in my life, actually. Just a couple pictures. I bought it completely sight unseen. Just for that rust-free, big dented bed. Oh, I'm so hyped. Yeah, like I said, I don't even care about the dent, man. It's just... This side is flawless. Honestly, I think even just a good wash would really clean this truck up, but it really doesn't matter again. So we're going to start tearing this thing down. I think step one, just so I'm working on a nice clean workspace, is we are going to clean it. Just get everything out of here. There is a clutch in there already. Like, wow. So dope. I'm hyped, guys. This is just going to be phenomenal. Clean out that transmission. I mean, we got some serious work cut out for us. So I can't believe... I don't know it. This is actually a factory hard body window, so it's not great. It sticks out quite a ways. Must be the earlier style of the split window. That's probably exactly what it is. Or somebody added in, because it looks kind of like a square body window. But I don't see a brand name on there. But yeah, we're gonna get this all cleaned out right now, and then we'll start pulling things apart. We're making a little progress. I'm gonna get rid of this board of wood. Figured I'd add that because it's a... Wow, she's in there actually. There we go. Oh yeah, there's some bolts there. It's okay. And yeah, so we're just cleaning up the trash from, like, not the guy I bought it off of, but like owner before owner before owner. And man, I'm so excited, boys. Probably gonna wash out this bed, like actually like wash it. I mean, not like to get the grease off, but to get the dust and dirt off, because I'm going to be working on it hopefully in the garage. Okay, so we're making some progress. Everything's coming out pretty good so far. Lots of new parts in the glove box, and I mean, just little things I might not use now, but maybe in the future. Oh, dude, this is coming out so nasty. Seriously. Lots to do on the outside, just cleaning it up, though. And I think I'm going to start a metal pile, a lot of random little metal pieces of scrap. Oh, there's a new ignition in there. I'm totally going to keep that for the future. You never know when you're going to need that. The seat's junk. Headliner's junk, unfortunately. And door panels are also kind of trash. I mean, I'll hold on to them. Maybe I can reskin them or something, but if not, they just go in the trash. I mean, not everything is worth saving all the time. Good lesson to teach myself. But yeah, just gonna clean up the rest of the junk metal and get to it. Already looking so much better in here. All right. So now the plan is to pretty much start tearing down. Poor truck, dude. This would have been a fun truck to build if I was not in need for my black truck, but it's okay. Man, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Probably just the obvious. Just get these doors off. I gotta lighten up the cab as much as I can. It's the only reason I'm gutting the cab. And obviously, I'm gonna keep the doors and keep this and keep that. So, I don't even have to go too crazy with it. Like, if I ever use these again, I'll probably use my own door speakers or whatever. So, probably just cut the harness there. I mean, I'm going to use a full harness out of the black truck in this. So, yeah, lots to do for sure. I wasn't going to unbolt the bed, but I might, just to make life easier. So, we'll see when we get there. Honestly, if the cab's off and the bed's off, it'll make installing the new engine and trans insanely easy. I'm going to start here at the glove box. All these parts I'm saving, so I'm going to go put those down there. Look at this, dude. Brand new. Might actually be for the clutch hose. A little piece for the air filter. Door handles. What did he swap? Door handles? No, they're still black. I thought he swapped over to the chrome. I don't know what this is for. Probably should hold on to it just in case. Corner lights. That's cool. I don't know why there's new corner lights. I mean, I guess I should hold on to really anything in here. These are air filter pieces. I don't need that. Trash. Oh, look at that. Yo, this might be the hardest dub of all. Take your guesses. What's on the Rock Auto magnet? What's on the Rock Auto magnet? I don't even know what this is. Is it like an Aston Martin? Doesn't really seem like an Aston. It seems like some sort of British car. Well, Thanks. The truck's name is Bertha. We're going to call it Bertha because it's going to be pretty short-lived. Exhaust gasket, won't need that. I weld that. Cool, I'll just hold on to this whole thing. I'm just going to pull this out, keep all these little parts in it, and just go put it in my part shed and just start tearing this thing down. Everything has to go. I actually could probably use this mirror in the black truck. So this is actually a nice part to have because mine is a little faded. Started taking apart some of that interior, and now we're on this side. Interior teardown so far. We got the pillars off. Actually, I got to take that off, and gonna get the headliner out next. Get the seatbelt pieces off. This truck was so base model, it came without a radio, which is pretty funny even in this because it has these fancy door cards. So someone must have swapped them out of a Pathfinder at one point. I was figuring they may have came factory in this, but I don't think so, especially with it not having the tack. And actually, it came without the back bumper as well. That's why there's an aftermarket bumper on there. Got the interior pretty gutted out. Oh, I'm just taking my time, just having fun with it. But I think right now I'm going to do a couple body panel parts just to give me that motivation. Get these fenders, hood, and doors off probably. Corner lights, things like that. Get the grill off of here. Actually, the grill's not good. It's trash. Damn. That also brings me to my next point. We're going to take off the wipers and stuff. I don't care about these plastic vents. I have so many of them, and someone riveted them on. They're probably all dried out and stuff, so usually I'm all about, like, taking my time. Yeah, it's crap. So we got the hood off. With this truck being so, like, patine hood, we'll say, I actually didn't realize this fender was cooked. So this fender's trash. It's going to go right in the trash. Take off the corner light, throw it out. The grill's got to come off. It's got to get thrown out, split in half. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Trash. And now, yeah, it's been in a little front end hit. Someone bumped into it at some point, so it's cracked. Someone put this marker light on upside down too, which is kind of funny. Just gotta take the screw out. It's broken too. Okay, well that's trash too. That's sad. I was actually gonna save it, but it was cracked. And I wouldn't even use it anyway. I was just giving it to somebody, but it was trash. And this fender's dented too. Maybe I'll just toss both fenders. It's probably savable. It's probably OEM, but I mean, fenders are so cheap, you're better off just buying new ones instead of saving this. I'm actually pretty excited about the little antenna delete piece. These are kind of hard to come by, even though they're just base model parts. But I actually am not even sure if we'll use it, because I think for the first time I'm actually going to run an antenna on the black truck, even if it's not hooked up. Lowriders got fake antennas all the time. Now I'm going to pull this fender off. I don't even think I showed you guys. I got this fender off already. Just took out the corner lights, so she's stripping down now. The bed is currently just full of parts I pulled out, but Shaq gave me the snap-on gun. Put a nice 10mm on there. Just gonna go crazy around the truck. Get the taillights out, get the fender off, anything. Yeah, they're all coming off now. All right, guys, last time she's gonna look like a truck. The minute those doors come off, it's over. Hey, look at that. Somebody cut the wires for me. I didn't have to do that. How kind. Okay, not much of a truck anymore. Things are coming off. Radio support stuff had been replaced. My stuff was showing me that you can see where it was all riveted on, and that battery tray is not pretty. The truck was claimed to be from Florida, so it's probably spent a couple winters in Maine, I imagine. Who knows how long ago it came from there. Like I said, it's got that rebuilt engine. I found stuff for the timing chain, the head gasket, but I'm just going to keep this as a parts engine in case I ever need it. It's a 91, and it's white, so this is literally how my purple truck exactly started life. Identical. White 91. Nuts to see what you can make this become. But this is, it's got good bones. That's all that matters. And, like I said, we're just tearing her down. So, we're doing pretty good. I think I just took a clip, but I think I'm going to get these little hooks out to pull the carpet. Carpets are going in the trash. This side wasn't terrible. That side's not good at all. So, that can go. Oh, man, I think I'm going to pull the bumpers off next and start getting rid of some of this air filter box setup. I'm gonna drain out all the fluids, pull the engine. Oh my gosh, the engine's gonna be awesome to pull. I forgot I don't have to get down there and pull off the transmission because the transmission's out. Let's go. Then I gotta actually clean up this whole inner fender so I can, so much stuff to do. Gotta clean up this inner fender so I can cut it off for the black truck. So the carpet is out now. I gotta say how cool this is. All the sound deadening just fell out. That's actually sick. I mean, it's just trash, but good if you had a race car, you know? Bam, now the carpet's out. We'll just pull that ECU, feed the wiring harness down below, and honestly, I'll just move over to the front next. Okay, I got the air box out. Now I'm just gonna start removing all this stuff. Gonna save the coil pack. I don't know if it's good, but good to have a spare. This is all emission stuff. This thing, this big box, this thing, all trash. Throw that away. Look how much better that looks without all that trash there. And I believe this might be empty. Pretty hollow feeling. Engine feels like it's bolted to nothing too. Like that's gonna come right out. I think I'm just gonna put a pan under there just in case. Make sure it drains out if there is anything. Pull that radiator out, and I mean, we are making some super progress. There was coolant, and it is not pretty at all. Good thing we ain't using this engine, just parts. But look at this. This is just something I want to point out to you guys. You have to make sure on these fans that everything is the same. They have a stud with a nut going in there, coming out, and that would eventually just kind of warp it out. So whoever rebuilt the engine, like, was going to have some more problems soon after that. But like I said, she's coming along, and I'm excited. It kind of looks like a brand new head. Very impressed with that. I don't know, rebuilt head or something. I don't know, something must have happened there. There's a couple pistons laying around. I don't know if these are hard body, piston rods. I don't know if these are hard body piston rods, but regardless, pretty excited. Once I get that out there, I mean, just unplug a bunch of stuff and pull the engine, to be really honest. Radiator out, get the fan off. The pulley is just 410 millimeters. I'll hold this on the water pump. These studs, it looks like they just used a longer stud. Or actually, they had the stud on backwards. It's funny. Must have stripped, I don't know. Got all the coolant drained out. That's awesome. Honestly, the only fluid to drain on this truck now is oil. And I don't really think I need to worry about draining the oil because I'm not tipping the engine upside down, so should be fine. Just gotta unplug all the wiring harness, undo the two little nuts, probably these center ones for the engine mounts, and pull the engine. I think the exhaust is cut back there. I'll go down there and cut it if not, or I see some clamps, so we'll unclamp those. This thing should come right out of here. Maybe I'll wait till we get to the garage. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but just kind of going step by step. I guess something I will do while I got the time is pull this terrible back bumper off. That needs to go straight to the scrapyard. Figure I'll walk you through. We got all the wiring harness out. Honestly, it looks like a lot, but it's so simple. All this stuff pretty much gets disconnected. Took out the spark plugs. You unrun it from this hole. There is the wires. Genuinely, a lot of this stuff is connected in the engine bay. So I think all this is just to the wiring harness in the cab. So all this wiring harness, I'll just throw in the cab, and we should be able to lift it up off the frame. I'll go underneath and make sure there's nothing connected, but we won't worry about lifting the cab off the frame until I get the engine out. That's number one. But yeah, all this is disconnected too. So I mean, we're looking great right now. Seriously, the progress is unreal. Gotta undo the fuel lines, and it's always good. Like, I didn't want to use someone else's rebuilt engine. You don't know what they did, like what they could have missed, anything like that. So it's just gonna be a parts engine for me. If something happens to that one, maybe I'll build I don't know. But like, none of these were connected. Obviously, it was a work in progress. It wasn't finished, but there's just a lot of like little things that just kind of would have scared me if I would have tried to use this engine. So who knows? But everything is going pretty good so far, and really, I'm not far from hooking up an engine hoist to this. So I got down here, and I just cut off this extra pipe so I can just pull that engine right out. I mean, I am not going to end up ever using this, so this can go right in the metal pile. Okay, I got the engine hoist out here. We got the little engine mount to pull on. Just got to get bolted back onto the engine right here. Once that's on, literally pull it up, unbolt it, slide the truck back, engine's out. Oh, and I cut the radiator support. That's important. I should have said that. All right, we have our hook hooked up, and now it's just removing that bolt down there. It looks like it's probably like finger tight too. No, okay, we gotta get a ratchet down there. But that one and the one on the other side, and this thing's gonna come right out. It's not even connected to that. That's even better. All right, just come out a little sideways. I don't know if I love that, but hey, if it's holding, I'll take it. And now pull the shell back. Almost there. Hold on. So sick. Look at that. This is so sick. KA powered, am I right? Oh, man. Yo, check this out, guys. Just a couple hours, this truck is stripped. Woo, we got the, like, probably like 50-pound bumper off. Easy 50. That thing is heavy. Yo, feel that, feel that. Pick that thing up.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like pure steel right there. Yeah, dude, it's got some weight. It's got some weight. This is the factory roll pan. This truck came originally factory without a back bumper, so pretty cool to see. And, funny enough, it has to come off because I'm running my chrome bumper. I am legit just grabbing this clip to show you the factory suspension of this truck. Like, it is so high. It's an entire drill for, like, a show. Like, that's nuts. But now with the bumper off, I think I'm going to move over to removing all the cab mounts next. I mean, we are flying through this. It's insane. A couple things in here I'm definitely going to have to disconnect. I'm going to take this bumper off. This bumper is not being used on my next vehicle. It's got to go in the trash anyway. It's all dented up. So, yeah, just killing it. Seriously. Like, so proud of how this is coming out. So the cab mounts is, we got one back here, right below the door. We got one up front there in front of the door. And I think one more over by the radiator support. And that's on each side. So there's 6 cab mounts total. And 14 mil. Let's get these off. What a fat W for a truck, dude. Like, cab mounts just, bam, right off. I've never seen that. So nice. Well, I'm still going pretty strong on the teardown right now. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is remove these little rubber bumpers and get this factory roll pan off. If it's not rotted, I'll probably hold on to it, though. It's not bad. And right over here, we started to get some of the cab mounts out. You'll see them in the bed there. Right here, I have almost gotten that bolt out. I got to wait for my Sawzall to recharge to cut that bolt. I'll just run a new long bolt and nut. Way easier than trying to wrench it off on both sides. This side's still pretty clean, so I like that. And on this side of the truck, oh, we just took the windshield trim off as well. I don't know what's next. I'm probably going to get rid of this little metal bracket. See if I can pull the bumper off sometime soon here. I want this to come off. Everything else is going pretty smooth, honestly. I think the harness for the taillights, I just tapped down below there. Got to make sure there's no wires connected. And then eventually, what I really need to do to pull the cab is get all of the lines off of the firewall. So anything that's connected, probably just pull the cylinders, the master, brake booster right here, pull that. And it's not looking too bad. Oh, and when I took that rear roll pan off, I took the exhaust out. I don't even know if I can use it. I think it's too small. Probably do like 2 1/4 inch piping, I'm sure. But looking way cleaner. I'm going to drop that tank, inspect it. And if it's very clean, I might just use the factory tank in my new sending unit and keep my brand new tank in the shed. Because there'd be no point. Just use this until something happens to it, essentially. And I can put my 4x4 skid plate on it too. Got some parts from the bed. Just disconnected this and pulled it straight out. We got to disconnect this, but right here for the clutch, you actually have to undo it from the pedal. There's like a little adjuster right up there. Just pull the pin and I should be good to go to pull that right out. Okay, so it was hard to get to the bumper bracket on this side because it was just a bolt. It just didn't even click to me that somebody had just bolted this straight down with just the bushing in between. I don't know why there was so much extra bolt, actually. I feel like there must have been a bushing missing because this sits so much higher. There's just like a little piece right on that side, and this side, yeah. Right up here, there's an extra bushing, and that was missing on that side. So actually, I can just unbolt the side, which is awesome. I'll give you all a fresh walk around of what I got going on right now. The truck is just torn apart. We got the cab mounts out, I was showing you, and I got the front bumper off. A lot of things are disconnected from the cab. I gotta go underneath there and make sure everything's disconnected. I do have to undo some sort of steering linkage of some sort. I haven't decided where. Probably right here would be best. I would figure, and I'll just use the wheel from. Oh, actually, I don't know how that works. I'll actually have to pull out this whole steering column and put the steering column in that truck, I'd figure, because they're a little bit different. But one thing at a time. It won't be bad, honestly. If I disconnect that, I can disconnect over here and pull this wheel right out. So, looking forward to it. Actually, not too sure what to do next, to be honest. So we're under here now, scoping out the scene. I just removed this little horseshoe thing. It actually holds the cab to the frame. I'm sure it's supposed to be just a little helping hand in case a rollover or something. Looks like we got a ground up there I got to remove. I'm going to take this little shield down, push it forward. It's all bent up anyway. Take that off because I'm going to use the 4x4 shield to cover the gas tank anyway. Gas tank still needs to come down. We got the harness for the brakes down here. And I just have to look at those lines and make sure they don't connect to the cab at all. But honestly, I think we got everything that's connected to the cab disconnected. I actually might leave the bed for now. I really actually don't see too much of a purpose besides getting the cab on and off. That would make a crazy difference. So I don't know if I can't get it off. I'll take the bed off, but I think we're gonna be fine. And yeah, I'll probably keep doing a couple other small things like removing bump stops and I don't know, who knows what else. Maybe I'll actually finish up the video here, and seeing that we've gotten the truck pretty stripped down, and trust me, there's going to be plenty of parts to this. This is going to be a very ongoing series of just building up a lowrider truck. So I don't even know what part we're on. Part 4, I think. So thank you so much for checking out today's video. It's part 4, stripping down. Part 1 of stripping down the truck, but part 4 to the series. And this is going to be the frame donor and bed donor to the truck and transmission and drive shaft and axle. I'm sure this was already a very long video. So in part 2, you'll see us taking the cab off the frame. And yeah, I hope you guys like these style videos. I'm sure they're nothing too crazy, but at the end of the day, when we're hitting switches in the black truck, it'll just be so cool that all of this exists, and you'll see what the truck even came from. I don't even think we've walked up to the black truck. Actually, at the very beginning we did, so you got to see it for a split second. But yeah, guys, seriously, like and subscribe. Peace.